Okay. All right.
All finished here?
Are
Yeah,
you all
he's.
done with your
I think so.
food? Yeah, your drinks are here.
Well, good
Thank you, ma'am.
afternoon or good evening, everybody. We are live here inside Carmel Hospital. Unfortunately, my father had to go back into the hospital again. But thank you for everybody for the best wishes. Appreciate that. Include my friend Poison Ivy. Um, it's an interesting week. We had the all hands off movement protests. I mean, what do you think? Cute title? I mean, no offense to me, it sounds like something that Joy Behar used to write on her lunchbox. Yeah, how ironic. Funny hearing hands off from the people who pretty much are hands in your wallets and your pockets, also scratching lemon and reaching for your kids. That's kind of an interesting thing. I mean, God, those hands were huge. I mean, what do they want? The government to keep their hands off of Social Security? I mean, of course, nobody's really touching it. I mean, the liberal media and mainstream media wants you to believe that that Donald Trump and Doge are coming after your Social Security, your retirement fund, and pretty much everything else to make you feel worried, scared. I mean, the whole event was a fraud anyway. I mean, everybody was paid to protest, including the ones that are going to be protesting on April. I'm talking about Dean and Parker, who plan to follow Charlie Kirk around. I mean, sounds like Charlie Kirk derangement syndrome, if you ask me. If you ask me, it sounds like they're obsessed with Charlie Kirk. I mean, it sounds like pure progressive branding. Zero accuracy, all emotions. It's kind of like trying to save the whales in New York and Alaska when, I mean, we all know the only whales are in New York are the ones at the View. They really have no argument about anything. The tin is against the rails, which means those is actually designed to help people. It's not like Doge is trying to hurt anybody. It's like trying to name one thing that Doge is actually doing to hurt people. It's like trying to say, oh, well, you want fraud. You want bad government spending. You want it to where the US dollar becomes so worthless that anybody could pick it up off the street and just throw it up in the air and it means nothing. I mean, these organizers who did this event cook up a fake crisis. They claim Doge, like I said, is trying to destroy Social Security. Which is like accusing the fire department of starting fires by pouring water on them. I mean, if you think about it. Also, it's like they claim that Social Security payments will be stopped if will cease to exist if Doge is not stopped. Come on. It's 2025. Social Security is digital. So if grandma wants to be eating a fancy feast because Trump took an honest look at government waste and abuse, but where's the clinical part of that? The organizers notice. The liberals notice. They want to kill Trump's agenda so that they will get power back. And here's the funny part, everybody. They would rather see the system burned down to the ground, destroyed, than admit Trump is doing a good job. They would rather see the America fail, divide the entire country, than admit Trump's doing a good job. This is the same group that brought you the Russian collusion, democracy is a joke, the death of democracy. Don't forget Joe's Just Fine, and the original classic 15 days to flatten the curve, which seriously has nothing to do with anything. Of course, these people, if they told you the world was round, I probably would check and see what planet I'm on. If we don't have Social Security goes broke, the federal budget also goes broke. In the 2 years, a hunch that pretty much math has, instead of dealing with all the usual suspects, delayed evil, because in short, term it helps them. Because Trump's crisis is the real threat to their ecosystem. And I'm just talking an irregular ecosystem. I'm talking the ecosystem of imaginary crisis. Like, for example, George Floyd is a hero. Women's bathroom needs, Ollie's and Tim Waltz is the only real man left in America. They want to scare you into giving them that power. They can easily find bodies to do that. Why? Here's the hint, America. They pay them. They exploit former desire to find a mission, a cause, but it doesn't lessen the anxiety that they have. It just worsens it. The protests come out of nowhere because the party has millions of people to act on inner turmoil. The only thing they can solve is an external problem, which the solution itself would bring relief. But here's the question. What if the problem is you? What if the problem is what you stand for, what you believe in, what you care about? But here's the thing, though. The Democrats will exploit that completely. Even at the beginning, it was about class warfare and identity politics. Now you have both, where grievances are less after every protest. You're only made to feel worse and ready to be exploited again. The Democrats do this correctly. They create an enclosed loop. Once you get on there, there's no getting off. It's an imaginary reality that will neither help your actual reality because it solves nothing. There's an unintended benefit to doing this. It brings curious people face to face with what could be, or maybe might be, the first step in alienating them from the party. It is why it's who they identify with. A blue hair, thin, whatever you want to call them, with scarves around, shouting that they are oppressed. But you're not face to face with your elected allies. For the grace of God. Never will they ever learn. And it does suck. And that's the only hope we can have as a nation, to actually show the Democrats and the far left that we have to change before we can actually have a better America. And that's the problem. They don't want to change. They want to keep rehashing the same identity politics that has not worked for them for the past 20 years. You have people like Isaiah Martin who claims he knows everything in the world. He's the smartest person in the world. He's like the African American winner of Jeopardy, he claims to be. But it's not true. Not one bit.
Finished already. Oh yeah, I forgot about that over there. That one's done. I forgot about
That's the
that one.
downside.
Are you finished?
Yes, sir.
I forgot all about that one. They took mine. I said, okay. See you in the morning, bud. See you in the morning. Yeah,
So-
dude.
That is the start of the show. We have Kathy Robeson over here. And this is
All right. Please. Who's that white trash? Who's that white trash you keep? Oh, man. He took everything.
so comment below here if you want to
Right?
I apologize for everyone in their chat here and can you hear the sounds that you just heard. I would say the opening thing, viewer discretion is advised, explicit language is imminent, and you might hear sounds that make you question reality. Those are not coming from me. The sounds you have heard, warning, are not coming from me. They are coming from the Giggle Monster, who is also my co-host. Just trying not to laugh. Now, if you're wondering, if you're looking on the other screen here, you also see a Prime bottle behind me. Yes, this is not sponsored by Logan Paul and Prime, although we would love to work with them here at. We're also going to have a W Energy here. You can go to W.com, energy.com, and use. You can sign up now to also become a partner with the company.
Wait. Girl, down through my island.
And we're also going to try not to worry about the sounds you just heard. Right, Mom?
3 Mile Island.
More like 3 Mile Island if you count it in Canada. Follow the smelly brick road. She's got enough helium to light up Canada. She's got enough helium to light up Compton.
Don't act like you've never blown anything ballistic out your ass.
None like you.
Enough.
Queen Farticus. I gotta reset.
Schwartz rang you when she was Fisher. I want to hear what they're doing in York for the officer.
So the New York Times decided to release a little op-ed talking shit on the tariffs, saying your life will never be the same after these tariffs. Now, the funny thing to me is that the author of this op-ed is a man named Justin Wolf. And in this op-ed, he talks about how the $4,000 increase on the cost of vehicles